Protests in Iran are in their third week now, but the action has shifted to the skies as an interesting cat and mouse game has started unfolding. On the 8th of January, the Iranian regime shut down the internet and restricted telephone access to the outside world. Now, this was to halt the spread of the 28th of December protests from spreading across the country, threatening the survival of the regime. Now, Elon Musk's company SpaceX responded by making its services free. Now, SpaceX runs the world's largest constellation of satellites, 9,400 satellites beaming down internet from low Earth orbit. Now, these Starlink terminals have been a lifeline for anti-regime protesters in Iran trying to communicate with the outside world. There are believed to be around 50,000 such Starlink terminals inside Iran. Now, the Iranian regime has responded by unleashing electronic warfare systems to jam and spoof Starlink signals. The regime has not just spoofed Starlink signals but also jammed GPS satellites. Now, these are two very different activities. Jamming aims to disrupt or deny service by overpowering legitimate satellite signals with a strong radio frequency noise, which makes the receiver unable to function. Now, spoofing, on the other hand, deceives or manipulates the system by broadcasting counterfeit signals that mimic legitimate ones, tricking the receiver into calculating a false position or time. This map of GPS interference over Iran on the 8th of January indicates some very interesting trends. There are very high levels of GPS jamming here, these red octagons around Tehran. Starlink terminal needs a GPS signal in order to establish a geographical location so that it can communicate with the network's satellites. The Starlink satellite uses the GPS position of the terminals to point their antennas towards the satellites. Now, GPS jammers, what they do is they disrupt the signals between the Starlink terminals and the satellites, disrupting communications. But where did Iran get these GPS jammers from? Well, Iran has some very sophisticated electronic warfare capabilities of its own. But this time around, it's believed to have received assistance from an ally, Russia. Now, the Russian Federation has the most experience in spoofing and jamming Starlink communication terminals. Starlink communication terminals have been a lifeline for Ukraine's army fighting the Russians for the last 4 years. Putin's army, on the other hand, has honed its skills in these 4 years by jamming Starlink signals. Russia has developed a range of electronic warfare systems. The Krasukha 4, for instance, is a formidable EW system with a range of over 300 kilometers. The truck-mounted ZTEL has the capability to jam both GPS signals and satellite communications. The fixed array Tobol, that's a radar system that was designed to protect Russian satellites from jamming, is being used to jam signals from other satellites. But this is a very large array that's located in the Russian Federation. The other new system is Russia's electronic warfare system called the Kalinka. It's dubbed the Starlink killer because it has the ability to detect Starlink terminals and jam them. In the last few weeks, Russian military aircraft are believed to have shipped several units of its EW systems to the beleaguered Iranian regime. The exact number of these units or the type are not known, but there is definitely a Russian hand in Iran's EW warfare. Now, if the Iranian regime survives, it will be in no small measure to its ability to shield its citizens from Musk's Starlink terminals. Now, these are developments a lot of non-Western countries and regimes will be watching very closely.